Condensed. There's a couple things we need to tell you. There's going to be an aircraft coming right past you, so you need to ensure you either have eye protection on or you turn away from the aircraft. Number two is when the special police get ready to take the aircraft down, they've asked all the cameras and the news crews to turn their film off. The procedures you're going to see today are their actual procedures they would use to take an aircraft back from the terrorist. Thank you. I'd like to make the following introductions. To my right is Mr. Trout, Deputy Director of the State Director for Protection and Rescue. He's the head of the sector for this event. Also Mr. Sobolich, head of the Atomic Biological Chemical Defense Unit, Department of Croatia, Ministry of Defense. Alinko Ribic. Where's Alinko? Alinko Ribic is in charge of the Special Police. He's a Deputy Assistant. Also Major Darren Smith, Commander of the 4th WMD-CST, based in Atlanta, Georgia. And Mr. Slavko Rokovic, Advisor of the Chief Executive Airport, Dubrovnik. And myself, I will be doing the narrating today. So let me give you an idea of what the scenario is. We've had an aircraft that was hijacked in another country and headed to the airport of Dubrovnik. There are terrorists on board. Also, there is a belief that there is a biological agent on board this aircraft. Negotiations are in progress now with the Croatian government, and they've allowed the aircraft to be landed here. To your left, you will see the aircraft coming down the runway. It will be followed by the special police, who will park the aircraft to my right. It will be parked in a manner where the terrorists do not have visibility of what's going on around them. The special police will negotiate for approximately 15 minutes. That'll give us time for the NBC teams to set their equipment in place to do the decontamination. It is very condensed. An event like this could take up to 10, 15, it could take days in order to bring this event to a culmination. Then there will be the takedown of the aircraft. At that point, like I said earlier, all the cameras and the filming must be turned off. At this time, I'd like to also thank the following organizations: the Special Police, the Croatian Military NBC Team, the Dubrovnik Fire and Rescue, the Croatian National Protection and Rescue Directorate, 4th CST, and the Croatian Air Force for furnishing this aircraft. I'd also like to discuss the Special Police, which in the United States we would consider them a SWAT team, Special Weapons and Tactics Team. They were first organized in 2000. There were over 2,500. Then the numbers were reduced to 300. They're highly trained individuals, handpicked, selected. They go through a grueling selection process, both physically and mentally challenging. The missions they have are anti-terrorism, organized crime, hostage rescue, high-risk warrants, VIP protection. They also do sniper work, and they also are negotiators, trained. Okay, the exercise is now beginning. I will let you know the exact point in time that you need to stop taking pictures. So you can take any pictures you want, and then after the plane is taken down, I'll let you know that you can begin taking pictures again. All right, you can see the aircraft is being escorted by the Dubrovnik Airport Police. They're going to bring it down to this remote runway. These are the same type of procedures we'd use in any other country, including the United States.
To прикинуть. Почему стало только на ровно? At this time, you can see where the airport police are doing a 360 surrounding the aircraft to ensure that nobody's going to be able to exit it. Also, negotiations are beginning with the special police. They normally will give the terrorists a telephone where they can communicate directly. Also, if you look to the left there, you see the fire. Normally, they would not be that close. They'd be standing off at a greater distance. But due to the ability to view, we brought everything closer in. The other vehicles you see approaching to your left are the hazmat teams that will set up while the negotiation takes place. Also to the right, your right, is a white van. This is the mobile special police van that they will use to do the negotiations. They also have the capability for satellite links with the Ministry of Interior back in Zagreb. The final decision to take the aircraft down will be rendered there. Normally those vehicles that you're seeing to your left would be anywhere between a mile and a mile and a half away due to the situation. At this time, Major Darren Smith's going to give a quick overview of the 4th CST.
I'm Major Smith, the commander of the 4th Civil Support Team. When the entry goes down into the aircraft, one of the things that you'll see is part of my team making an entry jointly with the Chemical Biological Unit for the Republic of Croatia. My team's a 22-person team, all active, guard, and reserve. Terrorism team that would respond to nuclear, chemical, biological, radiological, and high-yield explosives within the domestic United States and its territories. My team possesses capability to conduct sampling, which is what they will do here today, as well as transport those through decon to hand off to a lead federal agency that we would work for on an incident. I also possess the capability to analyze on scene, give a field identification of what agent has been released, as well as communicate that to higher securely with the Unified Command Suite.
Thank you, Major Smith. So today what you're witnessing is both crisis management and consequence management. Once the aircraft is taken down, then it'll become a consequence management. Everybody that's on board the aircraft that's taking place in this event will go through decontamination. That's what they're setting up now. I think one of the things you must understand is how hot that is setting up that decon line now. They're dressed in level A suits. Temperature here is probably 75 plus degrees. On the flight line, you can probably add another 5 degrees. It's going to reach well over 100 degrees inside those suits in a very short period of time. The Croatian military NBC defense team will do the decon of the aircraft once the situation is over. Difficulty it is trying to put that antenna up where in the level A. Those folks are highly trained and skilled individuals that practice this on a weekly basis. Fuel the aircraft.
Си изгреба интервю. А речи да не дано вихате. А това не преговаря. Зато е така малко лото. Вау.
Това им се знам, че туха изгоди първи. Бе да не държа че за първи два. За трябва болен.
Let a hostage be released now. All right, they've agreed to release one hostage.
They released a female.
Na nju sam slikao prekričan.
The hostage is being medevaced into the ambulance to be treated, and then she will eventually go through the decontamination line.
Naslonjen na metru.
Emergency responders are dressed in hazmat equipment to take off any survivors and wounded individuals. The special police, once they boarded the aircraft, they found a container that they think may contain biological agent. The NBC team will be requested to board the aircraft, do air sampling, and take the agent off the aircraft. Can you imagine what those folks on? We now have the NBC team that's coming to board the aircraft to do an air sample and take the bag and move it to the blast guard tent. The NBC team is made up of 2 individuals from the 4th and 1 from the NBC team from Croatia. The yellow box that you see the rear soldier carrying is a DT-550, which will pull an air sample, immerse it in a liquid, and be sent off to a laboratory for confirmation. They're running a condensed exercise. The special police will not go through the decontamination line. This was a real-world event. They would enter the decontamination line like everyone else. The aircraft will now be decontaminated. Normally the inside and outside would be decontaminated, but we're not going to destroy the Croatian Air Force today. I have to fail you every time. Mike is dead. Turn off the aircraft.
All the luggage is taken off the aircraft.
Runway, it's free to fly up aircraft. You can run the phone down there.
Oh, sorry. I got some good ones. Too many too close.
Can they step over the line? We're going to try and get that truck moved. It's blocking probably 60% of your view. Those first responders have been in those level A suits now for about 30 minutes, and I imagine they're pretty hot by now. Okay, you can see the tent is being filled. The NBC team will blow it in place. Now they're going to start the decontamination process on the aircraft and the luggage. They're going to use foam to decontaminate the aircraft and the luggage.
I hit the button and then you stepped in.
Oh, no.
No, it's fine.
After that, there's going to be some presentations, and then you'll be free to enter the runway and talk with the different agencies, take photos of any equipment that you'd like to take photos of.
Dobro, valjda ću najaviti kad su spremni za sliču zrak.
Za 5 minuta.
Kaj se spremno biram? Znači to brzo.
Nije još.
Pardon.
On behalf of the first responders, the military, the special police, the NBC team, we'd like to thank CBMTS organizers for allowing us to conduct this technical demonstration. I know it was a little drawn out, but you had to stand here for 2 days. This is probably how long it would actually take to execute a takeover of an aircraft. Let's give them a big hand. And also a big hand to the hostages, to the Croatian Air Force that flew the aircraft in here today for us to do a support team. Mr. Dario Fenderly, Special Police Unit. And he's still masked, so he's not going to, I'm not sure who he is. The NBC team, Captain from the NBC team, if you'd come down, please. Mr. Trutt, please step forward. Gorin. And of course, Savanko, where are you? Without Savanko, none of this would be possible. He's a good guy. Okay, you can cross the line, you can look at the equipment, you can talk to the special police.
Is it not a Russia track? Is it?